Hello, and today I'm going to film a day in the life of what I do pretty much on a day-to-day basis. A bit of an update on my running operation speed, where it's going, future goals, a bit of an update on my working situation and what's happening with Best Athletics. But before, I've got to get these little rascals to nursery. Do you want to say good morning?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
And you
Good
woke your,
morning.
why did you wake your daddy up at 5:30 this morning?
No.
Who needs to do strength work when you walk with an extra 23?
Hi everybody in the whole new world.
When you walk with an extra 23 kilograms on your shoulders. Okay, so morning jog it is, and here's a look at my morning loop. I absolutely love it, I must say. I've been living in Winchester for 3 months now, and yeah, this is my go-to morning loop, and I'm the type of runner that can do the same loop day in, day out, and as long as it's beautiful and not busy with cars, I don't mind. Pretty much get lost in my own world. So yeah, that's what it's all about. So a bit of an update on training from my side. So in the last few weeks, I've embraced operation speed, and pretty much what that means is faster reps than ever before, faster than what I'm used to. All in prep for some shorter distance races. I encourage my athletes and a lot of people that follow me on this channel to snap out of your comfort zone, and that's pretty much what this was all about. So I did a 5k, a 10k, 5k, and tomorrow I've got a 3,000 meter. So yeah, it's Tuesday today. I'd usually do track or interval station Tuesday morning, but today it's an exception with the race. And you know what? Why I've done this is because I feel like in order to crack 220, I really need to, whoa, dodging dogs. In order to crack 220, I really feel like I needed to ramp that leg speed up, and I've done just that. I've sort of forgot about the marathon training and Berlin Marathon coming up in 13 weeks, and it's been really cool, I must say. Also from a mental point of view, it's been nice to just not think about that. But yeah, don't get me wrong, training's been pretty grueling and relentless. I've loved it, but I do need a bit of a break before I embrace the marathon block. So I'm going to do a 10-week Berlin block in a couple of days. I'm going to Portugal, Albufeira, for an all-inclusive 5 days, just to switch off a bit, break the body down before coming back and embracing marathon training. So yeah, looking forward to that. Do you know what's Berlin? It's my 7th attempt at sub 220, my 3rd Berlin in a row, but I feel like I'm really getting into a good rhythm and groove here in Winchester. It's nice and hilly, so I know I've said in the past I believe, but this time I really do believe we're gonna do it, guys. We're gonna do it. So a couple more shorter distance races, big half Berlin Marathon, that's my plan. Sub 220, wow. And we're all gonna celebrate in Vegas if that happens. Starting the day right. Okay, so while I finish the last little bit of stretching to release the tight hips ahead of tomorrow's race, before I get stuck into work, I thought I'd just speak through what I'm going to get through today. First of all, I'm writing a blog post for Strava, so I write 2 blog posts a month for them. They get published in the newsletters. I'm undecided. It's either between running essentials, so what to not go without, or when is running too much, so at what stage does it start becoming unproductive. The new Best Athletics merchandise is coming in soon, so we're busy putting together the shop for pre-orders. By the time this goes live, hopefully they will be live. I'm so excited about this merchandise. It's like a new Adizero quality. And yeah, we sort of moved over 1,000 items in the first 10 months of this kit. So thanks to all of those who supported. You obviously don't need to be a Best Athletics member to buy the merchandise. And it's absolutely been flying, and this new kit is just next level. So can't wait to see where that goes. And then I've got 3 calls today. And apart from that, I'm going to review my client plans. So everything's on Training Peaks. I build all my clients' plans on Training Peaks. So
review them, and yeah, pretty much address comments that I feel need to be addressed. So that's my day. Busy day, lots to get through before the little ones get home from nursery. So yeah, it's all about balance for me, and I wish there was more time in the day, but at the same time keeps us on our toes. I wouldn't have it any other way. So time for me to get stuck in, get on the front foot work wise, and I'll give you a bit of an update on Best Athletics and the business a bit later on. But yeah, I feel like starting the day with a run followed by a little bit of a morning routine. Try find the time for it, because honestly it's the best way to start the day. You get the endorphin kick, you've just started the day on the front foot, and the world is your oyster from here. So by far the best way to start the day. Okay, so Training Peaks plans all reviewed. So I spend a lot of my day on Training Peaks, building workouts, reviewing plans, and ultimately coaching is my main job. So yeah, that's the coaching platform that I use. But let's have a bit of a break from the desk. Never good to sit for too long. But let me show you a bit of my office / running cave. Here's my hat collection that I use. This is my go-to Strava cap with the Instacam over there. Tomorrow for my track race, I actually might wear that little headband. The bobble hat's absolutely amazing in winter, but thankfully you don't need that at the moment. And then yeah, here's my working space. When I film, I pretty much film from this side, looking back at that background. I did start the Strava blog post. I'll do it afterwards. But basically what I do is I speak into my Mac, and then I go on and I correct all the typos. I find that if I do voice command, it's so much quicker. Down this side is some more filming lights for when it's dull and gloomy and groomy. I actually work underground, so that's what it looks like outside at the moment. On a nice hot day, it stays nice and cool over here. So yeah, here's the sort of metal wall, some of my favorite pictures. So marathon majors over there, and you know, ones that mean a lot to me. There's the ultras over there, and some cool collections, and yeah, the extras. There's some good ones in there too. But pretty much, let me touch base on a couple of these photos. So this was my first ever comrades, yeah, with my wife Taryn. Good times, that's for sure. 89 kilometers later, wow. That's the first time I ever broke 15 minutes for 5k. What an awesome feeling that was. Oh yeah, I was at Cheshire Elite Marathon. There's the Welsh runner, and Ben Parks, very active on YouTube and vlogging as well. So yeah, some really good times from there, that's for sure. That was when my little one Hayley was not even 1 year old. She was a Medal Monday picture that day. That's some like kit PBs that got made for me. This actually got sent to me. I've been dying to do this for a while. It's my Manchester Marathon. So you put your medal there, pictures there. He has the trophy cabinets, so he has a lot of the Cambridge seem to have big plaques every year, so I put those in there. I've run pretty well there as well. It's cold and I thrive in the cold. And yeah, here's some of the coaching licenses. So I've been running coaching for 4 years now. Yeah, time flies, that's for sure. And then here is my shoe cupboard case / rotation. So yeah, all my older shoes I donate, and I don't keep any shoes that I don't use, but believe it or not, I pretty much use all of these and rotate between them quite a lot. I mean, I'm running about 6,500 k's a year and try and keep a solid shoe rotation. So that does mean quite a lot of pairs. Here's the Pro Evos up here that I tried the other day. They accumulated quite a bit of dirt, but I've cleaned them and they look a lot better. Obviously not box fresh, but keeping them there for a special occasion, that's for sure. And actually, yeah, tomorrow's track race, I'm going to use these spikes, which I haven't used for over a year. Yeah, I probably should have trained in spikes a bit more, but hey ho, we live life once. And that's pretty much my office, and I really just try to build an environment where I can thrive. There's enough space for me to do my mobility and morning routine and stuff like that. So yeah, I love it down here, I must say. I'd just like to thank the sponsor of this video, Hume Health. They've given me something that I've been looking for quite a while now, actually, a brand new body pod. And what this does is it measures complete body composition. When I ran Manchester Marathon, my body fat percentage was the lowest it's ever been, at 8.1%. So I was the leanest I've been in a long time. But then again, it was the slowest in my last 5 marathons, which goes to show that lighter doesn't always necessarily mean faster. Stronger means faster. Before my bigger races and full sends, I often go for a DEXA scan to see what my body composition is. This body pod allows me to do that in the comfort of my own home, giving me access to metrics that I need, which is an absolute game changer. I can now easily understand how my body reacts to food, sleep, stress, and other factors. allowing me to make much more informed health decisions. Let me show you just how quick and easy it is. The sensors embedded in the handle are able to scan your torso, arms, and legs, and even heart at an accuracy of 98% compared to medical grade health scans. The BodyPod comes with a free app that allows you to set goals, track progress, and monitor this easily over time. Here's a look at my humanoid diagram where it breaks down my muscle and fat on my body. Some of the metrics I often go into is fat measurements. This provides an accurate reflection of my body's composition, not just weight alone. It helps distinguish between fat loss, muscle gain, and all the different phases along training, so I know what sort of training works best for me. Hydration in my world is fundamental, especially now that we're in summer, so this allows me to ensure that I'm well hydrated every day. In the past, we've just stood on scales and let that number do the talking, and often if it's not moving in the right direction, we can get demotivated. Never mind, your body might be transforming, so we can use this in a way to actively monitor our body compositions and make changes that'll benefit us in the long run. The BodyPod's been an absolute game changer for me, and I highly encourage you to get one yourself and keep on top of those key metrics. They're currently having an exclusive early launch sale, which is 20% off, and they've given me an additional 15% off code to share with you guys. It's Nick Bester. I'll put the link in the description below. Train smarter, not always harder, and let's keep on top of our metrics. Okay, so a quick break from my desk. Afternoon shift is done, calls have been taken, and yeah, it's nice to just get out a little bit. Planning on doing a sneaky double day, but we'll see if there's time for that. In my shorter distance racing, I really like breaking my days up into two. I find that the fatigue isn't in the legs for too long, but I actually find that when I do marathon training, those big 30k runs, that I actually tend to just do one run for the day to allow a little bit more recovery time. And I also find that by doing double days, there's obviously big benefits to it as well, because it doesn't send the legs too much, but it means that you have to get changed twice, shower twice, and I wish there was more time in the day, and that's just very time consuming. So yeah, always weighing it up between, but hopefully there'll be enough time to sneak out for a sneaky one later. But yeah, sort of just an update on my journey. So I know for those of you that have followed me from the start, you'll sort of know my background story. For those that haven't, I thought I'd just quickly reshare it with you. So long story short is I used to be a banker for 10 years, and then I took on this new life doing what I absolutely love and thriving in 4 years ago. So left the corporate world to do running coaching 4 years ago, and sort of content creating sort of at the same time. I've embraced that more in the recent years. I feel like even when I was in the corporate world as a private banker, I was truly passionate about running. I was always helping those around me running, answering running questions, and I felt sorry for those people around me that weren't runners, because people would always come to me with their running queries. So yeah, what a crazy last 4 years it's been. And I think the main thing that I've done is I've tried to learn what I've done in running and use that running mentality towards the way I approach life and work. And running's hard. It teaches you how to work hard. There's no shortcuts. And that's the same thing with life and work. I mean, nothing just comes your way. You need to go out there, you need to work super hard and go out there and get it. And yeah, I just feel like, you know, if there's the biggest thing I've taken from running, is the ability to be able to sort of work hard and know that nothing in life comes for free. My priorities will always be my family and friends. That'll never change. And then the next thing will be my coached athletes. So I pride myself on my coaching. I'm a running coach, and it's what I'm built to do. And I think, you know, what's in the coaching world, client service is key. You need to be there for your athletes all the time. And in order to bring out the best in them, you need to be clued up. So yeah, I feel like that's what I really sort of am built to do and pride myself on. And then apart from that, the next list of priorities is obviously my training and content creating. I would say go on the same page. Would I have broken 220 if I didn't do content? Most likely. Would I want to sacrifice content? No, it's a massive part of my job. And something I'm not prepared to sacrifice in going forward, which just means the margins are going to be super tight for this next Berlin build. Someone was asking me if I'm going to document my training, and I definitely will. I'll document like one key session a week, and I'll give you a training updates as we go along, and we can get our predictions in, but it's the one, I'm telling you. So yeah, a bit of an update on Best Athletics and the coaching side to the business. So at the moment, there's 7 coaches within Best Athletics and 250 coached runners on the platform. And then as far as Best Athletics goes, today was quite a significant day. So we hit 600 members registered on the England Athletics portals today. So yeah, really, really a big one. And just makes me so proud to be a part of the team. We were founded in 2020, but then officially registered in 2021. So it's been just over 3 years, and we 600 members strong. And wow, I can't even describe to you how proud of that I am and proud to represent it. And if you're watching this and you want to be part of Team BA, we'd love to have you, that's for sure. And then what's next? So I've been working really hard and just gone live with the Best Athletics app. I think, what, identified that runners out there, we want to run to our smart watches. We want our watches to tell us what to do. So we've built a whole lot of workouts. 5K, the marathon ones are coming out. There's the maintenance everyday ones, and then obviously 10K half marathon. And pretty much what I wanted to do is build workouts at the lowest pricing point. So this is not a sales pitch at all, it's just what's been going on in the background. So I think it's $12.99, which is the equivalent of £10 a month, and you can run to build workouts on your watch. So something I really feel strongly about. Once again, I'm going to continue to put a lot of work into it, and that's just one of the features to the Best Athletics app. There's obviously, you join the club, you join the community, you have a team of people when you go to New York Marathon, Valencia Marathon, London, Berlin, big half here in the UK. So it's a massive team culture and vibe in the club, and it's what sort of the club thrives on. It's not about being the best athletes, it's about bringing the best out in you. So yeah, really a key part to the business going forward is the Best Athletics app. And there's, runners workouts, I'm going to do Q&A lives on there. So something I'm really going to invest a lot of time into going forward. So definitely look to download it if you haven't before, or look out for it, because it'll have a whole lot of goodness coming your way, that's for sure. Then over the past 2 years, I've been supported personally by Adidas, which has been amazing, such a quality brand, and absolutely love their kits and shoes. And in this last year, they've supported Best Athletics as well. So yeah, we had a meeting quite recently, and there's been a lot of goodness to come from it and sort of shaping the way forward. So watch this space, but yeah, incredibly proud to have Adidas support me and the club, and obviously the merchandise partner of the club. And then the other bits that keep me busy, so on the Strava side, I've signed in my coach's capacity for them, and I write 2 blog posts a month, which I've really been enjoying. In my early years, I had a lot of time to write blog posts. Now, as part of this contract, I'm almost forced to write them, and it's quite nice being able to do this. So look out for that in the Strava newsletter if you sign up and get those. And then apart from that, I also obviously the YouTube and content creating side of things. It always blows my mind as to how long a video can take to make. Like if I think about my 10-15 minute videos, sometimes they can take 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. But yeah, at the end of the day, when you hear like feel good stories from it, and you see that it's helping other people, bringing out the best in other people, then it makes it 100% worth it. So yeah, that's pretty much the nutshell of what takes up my time and my business in a day. There's lots of little bits and pieces which I won't bore you too much into it, but the less I talk now, the more time I can go train, and you as well. But yeah, the biggest thing I've learned over the last 4 years, and the biggest bit of advice I can give to you, is that in the beginning I could do it all myself. I was doing posting of the merchandise, the coaching the club, and then I realized actually at some stage you can't do it all yourself. You need to focus on what you're good at. So I identified what I'm good at, and that's predominantly coaching, and you've got to play to your strengths. And I've realized as long as I'm playing to my strengths, things are definitely going in the right direction. So I've been able to thankfully assign and delegate stuff as we go along. But yeah, my biggest thing is just to try and play to your strengths and don't try and do it all. If you have to do it all in the beginning, completely understandable. But if you want to bring out the best in you and your work, I would say 100% try and always play to your strengths.
Yes, guys, we managed to make it out for a sneaky little double for the day. Yeah, it's just a short one before fetching those cheeky little rascals of mine. And you know what? Probably not the most ideal prep for a 3,000 meter track race tomorrow, doing 2 runs the day before, but at the same time, it's a bit of fun before a much needed recovery week coming up. So putting in a bit of mileage. But yeah, on to, when I think I'm going to peak in my ideal running age. So I'm 34 at the moment, been running for 11 years, and I probably think my peak years are right now. So I think I've got 3 more peak years. And if I'm doing 2 full marathon sends a year, that means 6 more full marathon sends. So got to make the next couple count, that's for sure. Could be potentially a bit longer than that. I always say, everyone's got a running age, and having taken up running quite late at 23, 24 years old, I feel like I've got a few good years ahead of me. But you know what, it takes a lot out of you, like mentally, to push yourself year in, year out to your absolute limit. So I've given myself 3 more years of doing the absolute best I can. And then who knows, I might take on some fun challenges like trail running, but I really need to make the next 3 years and 6 marathons count. That's for sure. Cool, hope you enjoyed. Once I get those kids, it's pretty crazy in the evening. But yeah, that's pretty much a day in the life of nice and busy, but we wouldn't have it any other way. Work hard, play hard. Use your running mentality towards life and you'll go far. So running is the easy part of my day with these little monkeys. Boom shaka.